So today in this short video, I'm going to go through the functions of our 4-channel RGBW remote control. In this small setup, I have got 2 RGBW controllers, both powered by 24 volts DC, each with a short length of RGBW LED strip. They're both already paired. This controller is in zone 1 and this one is paired into zone 2. It's always best to have fresh quality, good batteries, as this genuinely can affect the performance of the remote. If you do ever feel like it's a bit laggy or late to respond, the chances are it's probably the battery power. The remote works with RF technology, so you don't have to be pointing it directly at the controller for it to work, and it has a range of about 30 meters. Every zone you have requires a separate RGBW controller. Now, if the remote is off, you'll be able to tell by the red indicator light on the top right. You can see it's off for now, but when you touch any button on the remote, it won't actually do the command on the first press. It will switch the remote on, and then you're free to use any function. So let's start with the on-off button in the middle here. This will switch all the zones off or on. You won't be able to turn off individual zones this way. As you can see, it's just one short press of the command off and on. Now what we have to remember here is you must treat the white as a separate channel. You control it separately to the RGB channels. So the W button in the middle here, in the middle of the color wheel, turns the white channel from your LED strip off and on if you short press, like so. So we're looking at this strip just there. You can see it's mixed in with the color. Short press off, no white, and the white. If you hold it down, it will brighten or dim the white channel. As you can see that it's doing now, it's dimming the white channel. Now it's currently mixed with the RGB, so it might be a bit hard to tell that it's being brightened or dimmed. But when we get to turning off the RGB channels, I'll show you it a little bit better. So for now, I'll turn off the white and we'll take a look at the RGB channels. So next we have the color wheel. This is, as I said, it's in zone 1 for now. And any press on the color wheel will change the color. Underneath the color wheel, we have the numbers 1 to 4. These are the zones 1, 2, 3, 4. So you short press zone 1 to control zone 1, and you short press zone 2 to control zone 2. There you go. If you short press both 1 and 2, like so, you'll be able to control both of the zones at the same time. If you hold down the number, so let's go for zone 1, it will turn off all the controllers paired in zone 1, and the same thing in zone 2. And if you hold it down again, so let's press hold long press zone 2, turns on zone 2, long press zone 1, turns on zone 1. Next we have the star buttons, little star, big star. Now these control the brightness and the dimming of the RGB channels. So if we press 1 and 2, so it's controlling them both together, you'll see that if I press the star, the little star on the left, it will dim the lights, and the big star on the right will make it brighter. Now next we have the running and speed button. So each remote comes with 10 pre-programmed built-in color changing sequences. If you press once, it will go to the next one. You can see it slowly changing there. You press it again and it pauses it, and again to the next cycle, and that will do that for 10 cycles. So if I keep this running and then I hold down the running or speed button, it will change the speed of this sequence. You see that speeding up dramatically there. If I press it again, it will slow it down. 10 cycles are just various runs through the the RGB colors, doing different pulses and quick changes as well. So now we come to the W plus button down here. This button also has dual functions. By short pressing it once, by short pressing it once, it will go to warm white, but not from the W channel of your actual strip. It's made by RGB, so it's not a true warm white. It's just the RGB channels making this effect. Press it again, and it'll go to natural white, again made from RGB colors, and one last time it'll go to cool white, again made from the RGB colors. Now the W button on your strip is always the best one to use if you want, the W button on W channel on your strip is always the best one to use if you want white. It will be a truer white color that you can choose with the strips other than made with RGB channels. It'll also take up a lot less power than all 3 of the RGB channels running. But obviously you only get the one white channel you choose with the strip, so this button allows you to choose other whites if you want. I'll scroll through them again. Warm, natural, cool. So if you short double press and then you short double press again, this will turn off the RGB channels, leaving you with the white channel, if it's turned on. Now remember to treat the white channel as a separate channel, so we turned it off earlier, so if I switch it on now, you'll be able to see the different whites, and this one is a natural white, and this one's a warm white strip. So these are the W channels using here. So I should show you again, press the W button, turn it off, W button, turn it on, press and hold for it to dim. You see it's getting dimmer there, and then press and hold again to brighten it up. Now, we've had calls in the past to our tech support team saying the white channel wasn't working on the strip, that they turned off the RGB, nothing happening, and it was a simple case of turning the white channel back on. So if we go through that again, let's change that to any color, turn the white channel off for now. So go through, controlling both zones together in a minute, go through to any color, double press again, and it'll turn off the RGB. Then you're free, so just double press, and then you're free to play with the white channel as you please, off and on. So let's get back to a color here. So the last 3 buttons we have are the save buttons, and each zone can save 3 scenes. So let's choose zone 1. Let's go for a green color, and if I want to save that to save 1. Press and hold, save 1. It will flash to show that it's saved. And if you go to another color, short press S1. As long as you're in the same zone, it will go back to that. So then if we want to change zone 2, and let's save zone 2 to a purpley color. So again, let's save that in save 1. Hold down save 1, and that's save that. So if we go to any other random color, go to zone 1, go to another random color, press S1, short press, goes back to that one, choose zone 2, S1. Alternatively, if you want to do that at the same time, if you press 1 and 2, S1, and we'll do it all together. So now you can change that, and there you have it. That's pretty much most of the functions on the 4-zone RGBW remote control, and how to use it.